With Mother's Day and Father's Day fast approaching, I did the only logical thing for print-on-demand sellers to do that want to increase their sales. Of course, I went to ChatGPT. I mean, what else would I do? And I asked it how to increase my sales specifically with Mother's Day in mind, because that's the first holiday coming up. And then I figure I'm just going to replicate whatever template it gives me and apply it to Father's Day. Now, of the ideas it gave me, one of them really stuck out. So I think it has a potential to at a minimum, double my sales for Mother's Day and Father's Day. I'm going to share with you what that was. It's not my idea. It's ChatGPT's, all right? I'm going to share that with you in this video, and then I'm going to show you how I plan on implementing it. So let's get to it. Now, I was only kidding about ChatGPT being the only logical approach for print-on-demand sellers that want success. I don't always think you need to outsource your thinking to AI, but it certainly does make things easier at times. I was just having fun, but here is what I promised. Number 3 on the list that ChatGPT suggested was Mommy and Me matching shirts for moms and their kids. That should honestly double your sales because you're going to be making 2 sales at a time. Not 1 sale, right? But 2, because you're getting the mother and the kid. And if they have, I mean, at a minimum, it's 1. What if they have multiple kids that want to have matching shirts? You could potentially make any number of sales all to 1 customer. So this is increasing your average order value. This is something that is a nice little principle that you can apply across the board to your online businesses. Print on demand is no exception. And I'm a fan of selling multiple products to 1 customer. I mean, heck, why not? So we're going to roll with Mommy and Me. And of course, that can be parlayed for Father's Day into the father-daughter, father-son, etc. Now, I even came on over here to Alora and did a quick search on mother and daughter matching just to see what kind of, it's a nice, easy way of auditing how much search volume there is, right? How many people are looking to buy products? What price range should we expect? So you can see price range right here, on average, about $29. At least 500 shops are competing on these keywords, and over 150,000, we'll say, favorites on this. And of course, 1.9 million views, the important part. So that's a big pie. All right. If we can carve out just a small piece of this pie, we're going to be sitting pretty. And again, the keywords we looked at are already honed in on the mother-daughter matching. Now I put daughter, I didn't say mother-son. So we could potentially even double these numbers by doing mother-son variants, or when we create our designs, just keeping them gender neutral. But I think, ChatGPT had a great suggestion. I think these this niche or these keywords are considered, in my mind, validated. And I think we can do quite a bit with this. Now, the next biggest pillar in us being successful selling mother-daughter, mother-son, Father's Day, on Etsy are going to be mockups. And I have the perfect solution for that because we need to frame our product so that they know right away that it is in fact not just a Mother's Day shirt, but a mother and child, either matching shirt, or you could do variants inside the same listing. It's really up to you. I wanted to recommend Placeit, guys. If you don't know Placeit, they are the #1 source on the internet for product mockups. They have everything. Check this out. I'm just going to type in mother and daughter. Let's see how many different potential mockups we have to work with here. I'm also going to move myself to the left side of the screen so I don't block. Check this out. There are any number. I mean, there's even daughter, mom, and grandma. You know what I mean? They've thought of it all. And with Placeit too, by the way, you can request mockups if they don't have what you're looking for. They've got a ton of different stuff, guys. I mean, let's just take a quick peek. I know I saw some earlier as well that were like mom, daughter yoga pants even. So not only do they have t-shirts, but they have hoodies. They've got hoodies here. They have mothers and daughters of all age ranges as well. If you weren't aware, you can customize the background. So whether it's background color, or you can actually upload custom graphics as well to the background. Or you can obviously go into any other application, and if you wanted to manipulate the background in another application after creating the mockups in Placeit, you can do that. So it's really, I mean, the sky's the limit in terms of what's possible. I actually liked some of these yoga themed ones. For instance, this one over here on the right, I think I used that in the thumbnail for this video. I don't know. I mean, it really, whatever, if you wanted to do a mother-daughter matching and say yoga themed shirt, right? For Mother's Day, because I'm sure there's plenty of mothers and daughters out there that are into yoga, and it's sub-niching further and further down, honing in on exactly what your target audience is, and then giving them a really nice looking design that's mocked up in a way that makes sense. You know, mother-daughter cooking right here, mother-daughter shopping right here. There's any number of ways to spin this, guys. More yoga on the beach, right? I would just recommend when you're choosing these mockups, make sure that it's going to do your designs justice. Make sure that the designs are allowed to shine through. And by the way, you can crop your Etsy thumbnail. So if you want to, like, for instance, if the full image looks, you know, like this one right here, I'll even click it so we can see the full. You can upload this as your full image, but once it's your primary in Etsy, you can actually click the crop button and you could say crop it like this, so that when it's viewed in search results, it's a little bit more zoomed in and those designs can really show through. That's something that I personally like to do, because if your first image isn't good, you're going to struggle, right? Because your competition is going to out hustle you and frame their products better. Even if you actually have a better design or closer to what the customer wants, if you don't frame it well, I mean, we're essentially framing it in the customer's mind with that primary mockup. It's going to be really tough to make the sale over your competition. Beyond just mother and daughter, guys, I mean, look at this. They've even got them like laying down. It's just crazy. Placeit, and they're constantly expanding their mockup library. By the way, if you use my link in the description, you'll get 15% off your Placeit subscription. So definitely with Mother and Father's Day coming up, I'd say easily worth the investment. Instead of mother and daughter, why don't we do mother and son? Just check that out real quick. So there's mother and son. You even got some with the whole family. These are great for like ads too, by the way. It's not just about, you know, oh, I'm selling on Etsy and I just need a first picture. You can, if you're going to run ads to a Shopify store or anything like that, these work really well. By the way, they also have videos here in Placeit. So let's do father and son, because we also are going to expand the scope to Father's Day. You can see they've got a lot of good options here. See, something like this they're not all created equal in my mind. Like if I'm trying to sell a t-shirt, I probably don't want to use a mock-up where the over, you know what I mean? Like the shirt being worn over top, the button down covers up, you know, the majority of the undershirt that's going to have our design on it. So that's a quick recommendation I would recommend against, or even this kind, you know what I mean? Where it's a fun mock-up, but the angle of the shirt in this photo aren't really doing our design justice, and it's our design that the customer is really buying, right? Because we're probably safe to assume that within search results, there's going to be other options. So definitely find a good mockup that really lets your design shine through. Or, you know, by the way, hey, there's no need to just do father-son or father-daughter separately. How about combining both? Now we've expanded the scope to trying to lock in 3 sales at a time, right? We want them to come to our listing. And I mean, you can frame this with the keywords you target too, by the way. You know, I don't know exactly off the top of my head what they might be, but it's not just going to be father-son or father-daughter. It's going to be father and kids, I guess, something along. You would do a little keyword research. Obviously, Allura can help with that. Etsy autocomplete can help with that. A lot of different ways to go about honing in on specific keywords and tags to communicate to Etsy that, hey, we have shirts for the whole family, you know, for the dad and, you know, all of his kids. You know, father-son into sports, into reading. They've got it all here. So this is something that you are definitely going to want to leverage with your Mother's Day and Father's Day listings. By the way, it's not limited in scope just to t-shirts. They also have mock-ups for other things. As we saw with like the Mother's Day stuff, they had the yoga leggings, they had hoodies. They've got more than that as well. So really, you can come to Placeit and you can browse for free. So that link in the description is going to basically, if you want to save 15%, if you sign up, go ahead and use that. That's really it, guys. That's what I wanted to share with you in this video. And one last thing before I leave, I did just want to mention that Placeit also has a designer built in, a little design app here. So if you're not comfortable anywhere to create designs for yourself, this is also an option. I mention all the time that text-based designs actually can do really well. You can do more than just text-based, but at a minimum here, you can definitely make it work with the Placeit t-shirt designer. then it feeds right in to your mockup generator. And before you know it, you're going to be making Mother's Day and Father's Day sales. So guys, check out Placeit. It's linked in the description. And thank you for watching this video. On your way out, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow with a new video.